Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your friend Siren Frost. I'm coming with a deck profile update today. Today I'm doing my deck profile of the new Ahsha Bloom Stride deck. Now, I got some of the support from the character booster set, but the problem is I could have only afforded 4 boxes at a time, and I got the 5th one recently yesterday. So this is not the build I kind of want to happen, and it may not be your guys' idea of a awesome Neo Nectar deck, but you know what? This is my build so far, and how much has progressed from the trial deck profile, and all that good stuff. So without any further ado, let's get on the deck profile, and I'll explain to you my reasons why I think some cards are good in here and not. It's mostly a theme deck, but it combined with the Bloom ability as well. And I'm sorry for the lighting, guys. My lighting is terrible. I know. So I'm starting off with my starting Vanguard, Augury Maiden. Let's zoom in here for a little bit. Can the camera zoom in, focus a little bit? I think so. So Augury Maiden Ida, she can basically copy the name of a Vanguard or a unit on the field that you tell it to. And the best part about her is you Generation Break 1, you Counterblast 1, put her in Soul, choose a card from your drop zone and put it to the bottom of your deck. And if that monster has a Bloom ability, you can draw a card. Now, her active skill is on the rear guard, rest this unit. Choose 2 of your units in the unit, and then until the end of that turn, those units will be regarded as having each other's card names. So it'll be like Thuria becomes a new Katrina, or Katrina will become a new Thuria. It's just depending on what it is. She can basically copy like whatever Bloom monster you tell it to. Alright, so my trigger lineup is 4 heal triggers. I'm choosing the Maiden of I can't even read that name. Evolvulus. Just because, I like the Very Dragon and I like the Pixie, but I think the theme Maiden deck is kind of like what I like the most. So, it is what it is. You guys can choose whatever you want to choose, but I like to choose them in different ways. Now, I'm still playing the 4 Mylis, just for the Ahsha crit trigger. 4 Dimorphotheca. And 4 Zephyranthes. So yes, we do play 12 crits in this deck and 4 heals. Just because it's my personal preference and it's what I'm very used to back in the day when I played Shadow Paladins. I mean, I still play Shadow Paladins, but not with this many crit triggers. Although I am thinking about switching to stand triggers, just maybe take one of the criticals out and put in a bit of a stand trigger in it, but we'll just kind of see. Since the other Cosmic Fairy Pixie, I think she's called, Mylis, whatever, is down to 1, it's kind of difficult for me to actually use it. So I don't really feel like the whole point about using that card, just my personal thing. For grade 1s, we're playing 4 Pure Maiden Katrinas. Katrina's Bloom is basically when a Pure Maiden Katrina is placed on a rearguard circle. If a Vanguard with Ranunculus in its name, choose up to 5 of your Pure Maiden Katrinas on rearguard, and you get plus 4,000 power. So I think what the best part about this one is, before you go into Katrina, excuse me, sorry guys, my throat's cloggy. Here's the thing I kind of noticed. Before you go, use the stride skill for something another Katrina, use Maiden Ida's effect. It will be regarded as another Katrina, so there'll be more power to it. I don't know, like that's just my personal saying. Okay, that's kind of creepy. I thought I heard a ghost. So I'm playing also 2 Faith Maiden Odettes. Odette's Bloom, whenever Odette is called to the rear guard, if you have a Vanguard, a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, choose up to 2 of your units and they get plus 4,000 power, of course. Her other skill is choose a normal unit from your drop zone and place it at the bottom of your deck. At the beginning of your main phase, if you have a Vanguard with Ranunculus in its card name, return this card back to your hand. So it's basically will save you for another guard or for another Bloom ability. It can do so many things, but I might change this once I get some more support cards. But that's just so far. This is all I can do. Next, we're playing the 4 copies of the Ranunculus Perfect Guard Flower Keeper Dragon, which I think is almost adorable. Let's skip to the skills. So this can basically be used for anything, like for a rear guard or a vanguard, not like the restriction for only the vanguard. And then its other ability is, until the end of that battle, if the unit chosen with this effect is a unit with Ranunculus in its card name, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, search for up to 1 card from the same name as your vanguard or rear guard from among them. Reveal it until the end, put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. Again, this whole deck is regarded for bloom, copycatting, and just Ranunculus. So it's basically all a bit of a mix. I'm trying to put it as best I can. And then 4 of the Ranunculus Stride Runners. I can't even speak today, guys. I'm sorry. But, yeah. That's my little grade 3 lineup. It's very simple for me. Just because I like the Ozika 17, 14, 11, 8 kind of lineup for grades. So, I don't mind that. Next, we're playing 4 Thurias. She's just regarded, she can copy the name of a vanguard or rear guard as you tell it to, as I said. And her other skill is, yeah. Choose the 1 card the same name from your drop zone, put it on top of your deck. At the beginning of your main phase, if you have vanguard with Ranunculus in its name, pay the cost. If you do, return this to your hand and shuffle your deck. So basically, I think it's best to just, get a copy of her in a drop zone and then shuffle. But I don't know how that's probably going to work. I'm still, there's a lot of testing phases that are still going on with this deck. But I like the idea of Neo Nectar since it's springtime now. So I figured why not make a theme base out of this. Next, we're playing 4 Osmanthus Maiden Anelmas. I think Anelmas became one of the most best cards in the booster series. I think it's probably the best of. Anelma's Bloom. When another unit with Anelma in its name is placed on a rear guard circle, choose up to 3 of your units and they gain 2,000 power. And if you have Vanguard with Ranunculus in its name, this unit gets boosts until the end of the turn. So if you have all 4 of these on the field, and 2 of them can boost, that can add more increasing powers. Here, let's just zoom this in the camera right there, just so we don't make this like as spread as we can. Yeah. So basically, she just regards herself as another one, and also she comes with a boost, which may not be a problem at all. And then 3 copies of Sunshine Maiden Paula. You're all probably thinking the other one would be better too. Problem is, I don't have that unit right now, so I'm using what I can for Ranunculus wise. And Paula is a very good choice as well too. When your unit with Paula in its name is placed on a rearguard circle, until the end of the turn, this unit gets a new skill. When this unit attacks, if you have Vanguard Ranunculus in its name, this unit gets 10,000 power in the end of battle. So basically, she'll be a 19k attacker plus on. Oh, let's hold that right there. So basically, she'll be a 19k attacker by herself. So, and on top of the boosting, that'll add a little bit more power to it. So, this a bit. Yeah. Okay. Sorry guys, my lighting is crap and my camera has a mind of its own and it's possessed by a demon. I'm sorry. For grade 3s, we're playing the obvious choice so far is Ranunculus Flower Maiden Ahsha. This is the only Ahsha grade 3 I can have at the moment. I'm still trying to get the newer Ranunculus Siren Heart Ahsha, but it's difficult to pull those things. I always get all my other Chrono Dragon, those fucking bitches. Anyways, we all know what this Ahsha pretty much does. Stride skill 1, superior call unit from your deck to the same name as your rear guard, and add 2,000 power. And duration break 3, all units with the same name as Ahsha gets 5,000 power, I believe. Yeah. Yep, that's right. And then finally, we're playing 4 copies of Maiden of Flower Pistol. Yeah, a Maiden with a pistol gun. Yes. And her generation break skill is when your other unit is placed on a rear guard circle, this unit is regarded as the same card. So, I think technically she has the same ability as Maiden of Flower Screen. That's the one I was trying to think of. Maiden of Flower Screen. So if you have another Ahsha, this is going to be regarded as an Ahsha. If you have another Katrina. Thuria, same damn fucking thing. that's my grade 3 lineup. I mean, I know it's not the most obvious choice, and you guys are thinking, like, are you drunk or are you stupid? I'm a bit of both, so I'm sorry. For the G deck, we're playing 4 copies of Dream Spinning Ranunculus Ahsha. Just because this is the main deck of Ahsha, why not put her in the mix? She gives 3k power to all the front row rear guards, and she's a face-up card. Okay, so her full skill is for 1 turn. She's a face-down Ahsha, Dream Spinning Ranunculus Ahsha from your G zone, turn face up. At the end of the turn, this unit gets an active Vanguard 1 turn skill. She's one of your rear guards, and if you have 2 or more rear guards with the same name as that unit, all the units on the front row gets plus 5,000 power and in a turn. Okay, my bad. Then, if the number of face-up cards in your G zone is 2 or more, choose one of your rear guards, search your deck for up to 1 card with the same name as that unit, call to rear guard. Shuffle your deck, and then you get plus 2,000 power. So on top of those stride skill, this is the other ability as well. So I'm sorry guys if I'm speaking out of terms here. It's just, I do have a hard time speaking and I apologize, 100%. I'm playing 2 copies of Flower Princess of Faith Celine. I love this card to death, not only because she's a female unit, but because of her skill. Counterblast 1, when this unit is placed on a Vanguard circle, you may pay the cost. And if you do, choose 1 normal up to 1 card from your hand called a rear guard. And then that unit gets plus 5,000 power. And say in a turn. If the unit called has a Bloom ability, you can countercharge 1 and soul charge 1. So that's why we have a lot of Bloom units in this deck. Because you want to countercharge, you want to soul charge in case you have to soul blast later on. Next, I'm playing 2 copies of Flower Princess of Perpetual Winter in Verna. And yes, 1 is a signed one, which I'm going to be getting rid of the minute I get more of the original one. You guys are probably thinking, like, you're crazy, don't do that. I am. Now, her skill is Soul Blast 1. She's up to 5 normal units in total from your rear guard and drop zone. Return them to your deck and shuffle to your deck. If you return 5 cards, you can countercharge 1 and you soul charge 1. Basically the same thing as Celine, but you have to meet some certain conditions. Now, GB2, Counterblast 1, choose a card from your hand and discard it. When your unit is placed on rearguard circle, pay the cost. And if you do, choose one of your units with a Bloom ability. Search your deck for up to 2 cards with the same name as that unit. Reveal them, put them to your hand, and shuffle your deck. Which, of course, is not a problem because we got Katrina, Paula, we have Odette. Like, we have, a lot of good resources for this. But I know you're probably thinking, like, you're crazy still. Next, I'm playing 4 copies of Flower Princess of Perpetual Summer Verano. Verano is one of the best G units from the Virus collection. So last one, choose a face-down card from your G-Zone, turn face up. And choose a card from your hand and drop zone and return them to your deck. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, pay the cost. If you do, choose up to 2 cards from your hand and call them the separate rear guards. Choose the same number of rear guards as the number of face-up Veranos in the G-Zone. Search your deck for up to 1 card with the same name as each of those units. Call them separate rear guards. Shuffle your deck, and the units called from your deck with this effect gets boost. And this actually speeds up the Bloom ability very quickly, in my eyes. And next, we're playing 2 of the G Guardians, Passiflora Flower Princess Marlena. She's actually a Ranunculus G Guardian. And I'm sorry guys, I'm blind here. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, choose one of your units. If you 2 or more units with Ranunculus in its name, or 4 or more units with the same name as a chosen unit, this unit gets 15,000 power. Pretty good, right? And then finally, we're playing 2 copies of Flower Princess of Autumn Scenery Verna. Verna's skill is that you choose one of your, when she's placed in a Guardian Circle, you choose one of your rear guards, and for every unit with the same name as that unit, that chosen unit, this unit gets plus 10,000 power, is it? Or 5,000 power? Let me see. 5,000 for each of your units with the same name as in the end of battle. Okay. So, this is all I can do at the very moment, and I know you're probably thinking, like, Some of your units need to be changed. Some of them need to be better. I mean, you know, but everyone is entitled to their opinions. Oh, yeah, let me hurry and change these guys back. There we go. So, anyways, guys, that concludes the deck profile update of Ahsha. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this deck. You guys think it should be changed up? You guys think it should just be a little bit more better? What are your thoughts on it? And as always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for giving me the support that I need. I mean, hell, I can't really do all this deck profile by myself kind of thing. And hopefully you guys have a great day. I know it's a little chilly outside because of the fucking snow in the mountains again. But anyways, guys, hope you guys have a great day still. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Catch you guys later. I'm Siren Frost. See you guys around.